Hello people and welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a comic video. So I have recently just came across this dealer who sells vinyls but also sells comics, and he only has a little shop around the corner from me. I never ever knew about it. Maybe because I'm not a big comic collector, I'm quite new to it. I'm starting to enjoy going hunting for comics as well. Plus all the other stuff I do, because I am a reseller. I just buy anything, flip it over to make a profit from car boots, charity shops. But recently, if you saw my latest video where I went to auction and bought a load of comics, it's all sorted now. It's all on eBay except for the ones I'm going to get graded. So go and check out my eBay. It's in the link if you want to get some comics. They're on auction for 7 days. Pretty good deals, So if you fancy some comics for a good price, go and make a bid and let me know in the comments if you made a bid of one of them. But today I'm going to show you some of the comics I bought, and it's going to be Spider-Man's. These are potentially going to be great if I want to keep myself, if I want to make some money out of them raw, or should I get them graded and make a huge profit, because the potential profit in these comics, if they all come out high grades, is very, very big. So if you are interested in the video and you're excited to see what comics I've got, hit that like button, and remember, if you are new, subscribe. So the place where I picked up these comics, he's just basically he's a vinyl person. He's more into his vinyls. He knows a lot more about vinyls, but he came across a load of comics and he bought them up so he could put them into his little shop. It's a little market, and he's on the outside of the main part of the market. It's a tiny shop. If I get chance, I might do a video about me going in there. And I might promote his little store. But at the moment, I don't want to, because I have found some real gems. Not just ones I'm showing you today, but some other gems that will be in another video. Picked up 4 absolute bangers from this shop, and I'm going to go through them. I'm going to tell you how much I paid for them, how much they're worth raw value if I want to sell them now, and how much potential profit I could get off them if I get them graded and they were a 9.8. I'm not saying these are a 9.8, but I have checked them all out except for one, which I don't think would get a 9.8. All the others are very, very good condition. I mean, extremely crisp. There is no tears, there is no dog ears, there is no creases, and remember, these haven't been clean and pressed as well, so they're only going to get better when they get clean and pressed. The first comic I got was this one, and it's Spider-Man 101, and I bought this for £20. I did buy a big bundle. I actually think it's a bit cheaper because I did have like a deal with him, so it might be cheaper, but face value, this was £20. This is a comic from 1985, and obviously, as you can see, it's the negative image of Black Spider-Man. This is a classic cover from John Bryan. There isn't no real key issues or nothing about this comic. It is all about the front cover, and it's one of the ones that collectors want because of the front cover. Raw value for this on eBay, you're looking around £40 to £50 just raw if I want to sell it now. But if I got this graded and it came up as a high grade, and this is quite a high grade, I personally think this is quite a high grade. This is worth around £300. It's going around £250 to £350, so I'll just round it off to about £300. So it's definitely one I'm going to go and get graded. The next comic, you might actually recognise one of the characters who is in the recent Spider-Verse, the cartoon, and it is this one. This is Spectacular Spider-Man 99, and as you can see, it's the first appearance of Spot. He is obviously the baddie who fought against Miles Morales in the actual film, but in this one, this is his first appearance where he fights against Spider-Man. Obviously, this is a key magazine, and also is a collector's item for people who are into Spider-Man. I paid £10 for this, and the condition of this is absolutely spotless. Absolutely mint condition. It's definitely going to be a high 9. Raw value for one of these is about £25, so not much more than what I paid for it. If I got this graded and it did come back as a 9.8, you're looking around the £250 mark, and I really do think this could be a 9.8. The next comic is something that everybody, I mean, even me being a newbie to all these comics, every person wants this comic, especially if you're a Spider-Man fan, and it is the Secret Wars 8. I've been searching for this. I was going to pay £100 for one of these recently. Somebody was trying to sell one on Facebook, and he wanted about, I think it was £80, but I couldn't be bothered to travel. This out of the 4 is the worst condition. It's nothing major, it's just the creasing in the bottom corner, and this is where I need some help with somebody who's like graded magazines or has had magazines and comics graded. What grade do you think this comic would be just with that corner? It's perfect all over except for that one corner where it's about an inch in and it's folded over and it's left that line where you know, even if you press and clean it, it'll still show that line because of the color is like separated from the actual comic itself. So how would you grade this? Would it be in a 9s or would it be an 8.5? If you please could help me on this, it would be really interesting to know what grade you probably would think this would be. Raw value for one of these at the moment I've seen on eBay are going from anything from £100 to £200. If this is a 9.8, you're looking around the £500 mark at the moment, but I only paid £10 for this. I actually got a steal off him for this. I don't think he marked this one up right because this is a very, very collectible one. But let me know what you think about the grading on this one. And the final comic that I got was this one. I'm not an expert at comics, but this is a very expensive comic. Can people tell me why? There's no key stages. I can't see any key stages, you know, in any of the descriptions. I can't see why it is really expensive. It's more expensive than the other ones all put together. See, it's not as expensive raw value as the Secret Wars one with the Spider-Man, but potentially if this is graded at a 9.8, you're looking at £1,500. Somebody has sold one of these for £1,500, but a lot of them are over £1,000 for this one. So please, if you are a pro at comics, tell me why this one is so much more than the other ones. I know there's a black variant of this one where Spider-Man has a black costume on. I understand why that one is more expensive, but why is this one more expensive? In total, on them 4 comics, I spent £70. And if you are watching me, who you know who I am and you know I do reselling, you're probably thinking, why have you just spent £70 on 4 comics? It is a lot of money. If you don't do comics, £70 for me is a lot of money. You know, I can spend £70 on car boots and potentially make £500 off them. And this is quite a niche, I would say, thing for me. This is not a reselling thing, but also it's a starting to become a hobby where I'm starting to not buy ones that just because they're comics. I'm buying ones that I think they are worth money or are keys or I maybe just like for myself. But yeah, I spent £70 on these 4 comics, which I do potentially think that's very good anyway. The Secret War one I got for a steal because you know how much they are. It's the standard to buy them anywhere like eBay. Potentially, if I wanted to sell these now, I could make about £300. So I have got no worries about losing money. Comics, you don't really lose money if you get the right ones and you spend the right money. Obviously, I don't think comics are something where you can just buy and do a quick flip. You know, some people who sell comics are going to know what they're doing. Other people are not. You really got to do your research. That's great when you've got eBay, you've got sites which I use, which tell you how, you know, the key issues, the ones which are more valuable than others, and you need to do your research before you buy comics. So if I got all these graded and, you know, they all came back as 9.8s, which they won't, these are potentially going to then be worth £2,600. Yes, if these all came back absolutely mint condition, 9.8s, I will be able to sell these for a grand total of £2,600. Yes, and this is the reason why, if you're thinking about buying and selling comics, you should do it. I mean, I'm from the UK, so it's a lot harder as well to buy these comics, especially the American ones, because in America they're massive. You know, there's loads of stores, you know, comic stores. Where I live, there is one comic store, and that's around the corner for me. The only comic store that's close to me is probably about 30-40 miles. They will charge you lots more because they know it's hard to get them comics in England. So if you do find somebody who's selling off a lot of comics, go and have a look. And if they look old and they are old issues, they're probably going to be worth a lot. You have to have key issues, which is basically something important happened in that comic or a first appearance of a character. They are the ones that fetch the money. But also, old comics are very expensive. You know, it might not be a key issue, but if you've got like a number 10, I don't know, Superman, it's going to be worth lots of money, even though it's got no special event in it because it's so old. So just look out for these certain comics, you know. Even new ones are very expensive. Some ones, you know, if it's a first edition, a limited edition, they can still fetch money. But just check them out. It's easy to find out. There's plenty of sites. You can just take a picture of it on Google Lens. It'll come up with a price, how much you are. And if it's worth about 20 quid and you can pay a quid for it on a car boot, then get it. You know, it's still going to give you money. Thank you for watching. If you know a bit more about comics than I do, obviously help me out, message me and say, yeah, that one would get a 9.2 or that one would get an 8 because of that crease. Just let me know, because obviously I've never had any comics graded yet. I've got a pile of comics I want to get graded. Some are worth potentially a lot of money, but I do not want to waste my money if they're going to come back as a really low grade and then basically I'm losing money getting them graded. So thank you for watching.